Would you like to know the secret to making money in the stock market? That little trick, that little bit extra that can actually make you profitable in the stock market and can actually make you money? Well, come with me today because I got 5 little secrets that I'm going to show you on how you can actually be profitable and how you can actually make money in the stock market. Today, we're going to go to the charts and we're going to talk about these 5 little secrets that can get you ahead of the game, that can take you that one step further in your trading journey, that trading journey that you've been struggling with, that you've been making a loss with, and now you actually want to try and make a profit. And I'll tell you now that one of the secrets is simply managing your risk and keeping it simple, understanding that trading is actually just a 50-50 game. And a lot of people disagree with me on this because it's very difficult to absorb with all the other guys in the market running around saying that you can make a 90% success rate on a trading system, that you can have a 95% success rate on a trading system, that you can turn $100 into $1 million, and all these fancy claims that are out there that are trying to convince you to get into trading. And the problem is, guys, that trading is a risky game. 80% of traders lose money on a good day, and if you're trading on the lower time frames like 5 minutes and 1 minute and 15 minutes, 99% of traders do not succeed. So understand this when you get into trading. Trading is a very, very risky game, and if you don't like risk and you don't like losing money, you most probably shouldn't be trading. The thing is, if you understand that trading is a 50-50 game, if you understand that every single time you take a trade, no matter what system you've got, no matter how fancy the system, if you understand that every single time you take a trade, you have a 50% chance of a win and you have a 50% chance of a loss, no matter how good your system is. I know you're going to say to me, but Rob, surely if we're trading on your support and resistance system, we've got the edge. We should be winning 6 or 7 trades out of 10. Not true. Every single system, no matter how good it is, has a 50-50 chance of winning. That's the basis of it all. Yes, the system gives you an edge. Yes, it gives you the belief to take the trade, and it also gives you the opportunity to manage your risk. But the profit doesn't come from the system making more wins than losses. The profit comes from how you manage the system, from how you actually tackle the system from an emotional point of view, from a thinking point of view, from a psychological point of view. Because you've got an inbuilt inner fear in your head that you will struggle to get over. And that fear exists whether you're losing or whether you're winning. Really doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you're winning, you'll be like, I'm so excited. And then you see the win, and what do? You trade out of the trade because you're immediately winning money and you want to keep that. Because why? Because you've got a fear of losing what you're already winning in the market. Because you're actually winning, you don't want to let it run further for fear you might lose what you've already won. This is really tricky, guys. This is something you really have to get over in your mind. Because if you're winning, you actually want to hold on to that trade and you want to let it run on until the end, until it wins, or try and add to the trade, try and make more money out of the trade, because that's what we do, isn't it? Maybe not. Maybe what we do is we tend to see things going to the loss, and when it's in a loss we go, oh, I'll just add some more money to that, and we'll just let it, run a bit more into a loss, and we'll just see if we can add more money to it, and we'll average it out in the end. And then there is a point where you're going to run out of money or run out of patience, or just be so deep in that you're going to be like, you know what, I need to get out of this trade now. It's thousands of dollars, and you get out of the trade and it turns the other way, like it always does. Point is, make a decision before you take the trade and say, I'm going to lose $100 today. I'm going to pay $100 for this trade. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. And if it loses $100, you've accepted that in your heart, and well, there, it's gone. Tough luck. I know when it takes your stop loss and then it runs the other way, you go, come on, how does that happen? But it happens, and you just have to accept it. Walk away, walk on to the next trade. But if that same trade that you paid $100 for suddenly starts winning and it's making you $150, don't go, let me get out of there, let me take that profit because I'm so scared I'm going to lose that $150. No, this is when you're in the pound seats, guys. This is when the trade's doing well. This is when you want to be holding on to it or adding to it some way or another. Don't just add to it while it's going green. Wait for it to maybe drop off a bit, maybe correct a little bit in the market structure, add some more, and let it go, carry on going up. Because now it's in a bullish phase, rise and it's taking your money with it. It's making you profit. That same trade that you jump out with $150 profit could make you $500. It could make you far more profit than you could actually believe if you just leave it and you just let it go. But I'm rambling on. We're going to get to the charts and we're going to talk about the secrets that will make you profitable in the stock market. Before we go to the charts, drop down to the description. Get your free Forex book. Don't forget the free Forex book there. It's not trading advice. It's just ideas and it's there for you. Enjoy it. It's a PDF. Download it and have a good read. On top of which, every day I put out a trade of the day on the blog. Also, just a trading idea, not advice. I don't give advice as far as I can possibly help it. If you want that, go and check it out every day. For the members who join, I actually do put out a few more trades than I'm doing on the day. And I also put out a little video every day for the guys just to add to it, and I'm also going to be putting out some more things there as well in the future. So if you like that sort of thing, go for it, give it a join. Let's go to the charts and let's go and have a look at how you can become profitable in the stock market. What secrets have I got that can make it better and make you more profitable in the market now, today? So the number one thing to consider when you're trading is managing your risk 50-50. I mean, how are you going to make money in the stock market if you don't manage your risk? It's so important. Now, the point here is take smaller losses and make bigger wins. So in other words, if you were to take this trade long, you would wait for the green candle to come off of the support and then take a long trade going up to the resistance, giving you this entire area here for your trade, which is quite a decent length of area. And then you would put your stop loss just over here, right here, which is really, really, really close by. So that makes your trade that much better because now you've got, oops, I took that the wrong way, didn't I? Ooh, that was a bad one. Should have taken that one. Right, there we go. So now what you have is very much, let's just move that up there. So your stop loss would be around there. Your take profit's going to be around this area here, maybe even higher. So now you've got all this take profit and you've got all this loss to manage, which is tiny in comparison. Now, if you take 5 of these losses and you make 2 of these wins, do you think you're going to be profitable? Most likely. So that's what it's all about. Also, the big thing to do, guys, here when you're on a 50-50 trade, when you're trading this way, is when you start winning, don't be taking bigger and bigger trading sizes just based on the fact that you think you're winning. Try and have a plan. Try and say, I'm going to trade this amount. This is how much I'm prepared to risk in the stock market at any given time, or on Forex or on futures or whatever I'm trading. I'm prepared to risk $100 on every trade, and that's what I'm trading this week. If you want to increase that at any point to $200, then it must be the same for all your trades. You can't have one trade risking $1,000 and the next trade risking $100 and expect to be profitable at the end of the week, because I can almost guarantee you guys that the trade for $100 will win and the trade for $1,000 will lose. And then you're going to be sitting with a problem once again. Number one, the first secret to making money in the stock market is managing your risk correctly, losing less on your losers and making big wins. That's the trick to the whole thing. Then, if you want to make money in the stock market, secret number 2 is keep it simple and trade with support and resistance. Don't get overcomplicated and go to all these fancy systems and all this, the stars align on the left and the moon shines bright at night, and then you can take a trade and wait for it to bounce here and bounce there and do this and do that and just confuse the hell out of yourself. And as besides having 250 indicators on the chart, do not go there. Keep it simple, trade with support and resistance. It's really easy. You've seen how we do it. We go to the day frame, we're on the day, we take our resistance level, we take our support level. The closest support level is that one. There is one further down. I have drawn it in for the simple reason that it's handy to have it there just to know where it's going, because there is a long green move from the bottom to the top. And it might break through this support and then turn that into a resistance. Pretty straightforward. It's not complicated stuff. It's still keeping it simple, but you do have to follow 1 or 2 rules. Well, the one rule is wait for the big green candle to come out before you trade and close, or the big red candle to come out and close before you trade. Sure, not that. complicated. Watch for the direction that your trade is in, bearish or bullish, and see if it's in a range. Then you just take it to the lower time frame that you actually want to trade on, which is obviously this one here. This would be the 4-hour, and you trade on the 4-hour. If you prefer to trade on a much lower time frame, say the 30 minutes, you can do that as well. Just make it a little bit more wide there, and there's your 30-minute time frame. There's your resistance, there's your support, sitting on the support at the moment. If it breaks out of here, you can trade it, and you can also draw levels in on this time frame as well. So you can draw support levels and resistance levels in. You can draw trends in, whatever you feel you need on this particular time period, and trade on that time period that you feel comfortable with. That's the secret number 2. Keep it simple, trade with support and resistance. Secret number 3, use your trends accordingly. So even though we're on the 4-hour here, if you see a trend, put it in the system. Now, what does a trend line tell you? Firstly, it tells you what your trend is. But secondly, it tells you that there is a trend resistance at that exact point. So when it is going long, let's say it's going long up here and it's traveling. When it hits this line, you know that there is some form of resistance there. It's a basic thing. Don't draw it in. It's not necessary. Don't over confuse it. Don't have too many lines on your chart. But just understand that a trend is a thing, because trend creates market structure. And market structure is a secret that will help you in the stock market or the Forex trading or the commodities trade, whatever you're doing. Market structure shows you the direction of the trade. It can go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down. It's market structure. I mean, it's simple, right? Let's say it's going up. It'll go, turn, it'll come down a bit, it'll go up, and then it'll carry on from there, and then it'll come down, go up, down. Go. It's not perfect like this, but that's the basis of it, as you know. That's what you're looking for. A little bit market structure and a little bit of trend. That will help you a lot. Another secret in the market, the number 4 secret in the market, is look for supply and demand. Now, what is supply and demand? Supply and demand is money where orders are waiting. And how can you tell if money is waiting in this area? How can you tell? You see there's a little green bar there? Take that, draw it out along there. And why are we doing that? Because there's a lot of red bars below it. If there's more than 3 in a row after that, behind it, going down, then you've got a supply of money lying in that area. Next time this guy comes back up here, it's probably going to want to take that money and run back down again. Watch out for those. Like in this case here, there was money lying in this area. So you see here, it's busy taking that money and it'll probably go long again. There's money lying in this area because there was a demand here. Down here as well, here's another one lying here where there'll be money or orders waiting and lying. It just depends how many orders there are. Watch out for that little secret. Watch out for that money lying in the system here waiting for you, because if you don't know it's there, you're going to think it's going to the top here, and then it's going to turn and start going down and you're going to be confused. Don't let it confuse you. It's important to know that the supply of money is waiting in those areas. It works both ways. You see here's one here, but once it's come back and taken the money, then it's taken the money. See here, there's a big one here. You could have drawn one in above this support level, but it's so close to the support level that the money is generally lying around this area. Same with this one. It's so close to this support level that the money is probably lying generally in this area where you are at the moment. You don't have to worry too much about being exact on that particular scenario. Another thing you can do to make money in the stock market, and generally this works for investments like buying stock, buying equity, and that sort of thing, is you can look for the trend or the bias on this market by using an indicator, and that being a moving average. Now, I don't use them in general, but for investing, I do like to put them on. You can use the exponential or you can use the simple. Totally doesn't matter, but let's put the simple one in. Let's put 2 simple ones in. There's your moving average. What you do is we just change it so that it looks a little bit better. And, oh no, that's chart. I don't want chart. I want the moving average. There we go, the moving average. What I'll do is I'll want the 200 in yellow so that I know that it's yellow. And let's see the inputs. We want it to be a 200-day moving average, a 200-day moving average, a simple moving average. The visibility, let's make the line a little bit stronger. Let's make it a nice thick line so we can see what's going on. And Bob's your uncle, there's your 200-day moving average. And then you just want a 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average, we want it to be let's say purple. I always make it purple, then I recognize it. Just makes it easier for me. Make it nice and thick, and the input 50-day moving average. Now, why do we have this? Very simple. When the 50-day is above the 200-day and it's crossed above, that is called a golden cross, where it crosses above. That means this is bullish, and if it's bullish, everything is bullish above the 200-day moving average. If it crosses below the 200-day moving average, crosses down, that's the death cross. Everything below it is bearish. Now, I don't like to use it on day trades, but I do like to use it on investments and that sort of thing. And it does give you a very good indication as to whether an instrument is bullish or bearish. But don't use them too much on your day trades, because it will confuse you. It's a lagging indicator, and it will confuse you on your day trades. For example, you'll start getting funny about when it crosses through the 50 and when it crosses through there and when it does this and when it does that, and it gets overcomplicated. Like I said in the beginning, rule number one is keep it simple, but it does help you with investments, and it can make you a lot of money in investments when you know that something is bullish and you can start trading on that particular system. That's what you do. Those are your secrets. Let's go and talk about what's up next on the trading channel for you guys. So you've seen the system, you've seen the charts. Now you know a little bit more about my secrets, and it's not complicated, is it? Keep it really simple, guys. I don't get overcomplicated, and the reason I do this most likely is because I learned to trade when there were ox wagons, old people, and yeah, I'm not that old. But yes, we didn't have computers when I started trading, or the computers that we had were most likely not even online. We only dreamed of what we've got these days in the way of the fancy cell phones, the fancy computers and the screens and all the rest of it. Unfortunately for me, I've managed to keep up with technology because I am a trader. So you kind of follow with it. You need the equipment, you need the computers, and you need the stuff to trade with. So you figure it out as you go. But what you don't want to get caught up in, and believe me guys, I got caught up in it as well, because it was all fancy stuff and all this fandangled lacquer things and nice things that you get. And you start getting involved in all these indicators, and you start pulling them into your trading, and then you start seeing your losses, and you start thinking, why am I suddenly not winning money? Why was I making a profit last month and now suddenly I'm struggling to make a profit? Maybe it's because I started pulling all these really silly indicators into my trading. Maybe because I started changing things. Then you realize that you have to go back to basics, and that's the best thing to do when things start going pear-shaped. When things start going pear-shaped, go back to basics, go back to square one, and go back over your systems and start again. Because somewhere down the line, you took a wrong turn. There's a fork in the road, go left or go right, and you start going right when you're supposed to go left. You know, you just got to find out where that point is. Where did I take a wrong turn? Where did I go wrong in my journey? Let's go back to basics and let's start again. Because when we were younger, we used to draw things with a pencil, guys. We used to draw lines in with a pencil. Now, if you think about how basic that is, that's like a trend line with a pencil. Now, that is your trend line on the chart, which you think is just too basic and too simple to trade with. People call me archaic, people call me old, but we've been trading with these systems for 30 years. They work, they still work, and they always will work, because I'll tell you something about the markets. They never, ever, ever change, no matter what you're trading. Even if you're trading crypto. If crypto is your thing, it's not going to be different to trading the euro US dollar. It's just going to be a different amount, but it's still going to trade the same way, because you're trading against human beings. You're not trading against computers, actually. You're trading against people, and people's emotions remain the same. What you're doing if you're trading technically and you're trading on the charts is you're following people, you're following money, you're following the way people are trading in the markets. And that's about as simple as it gets. Guys, next video I'm bringing out for you after the weekend. Well, during the weekend, I'm bringing out the video for you on, the markets for the week and what's happening next week. And also on Monday, I'm bringing you out a little of a review on the simplest trading system. As you know, we know what we trade simply, and we're just going to go over the simplicity of trading on Monday and just review a few things just to make it a little bit more refreshed in the mind, let's say. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget, come back for the weekend video, come back for the Monday video, and also don't forget to watch the previous videos. If you haven't watched my videos before, I'm Rob, and you might want to watch them if you want to simplify your trading and get a little bit more profitable in your trading game. Go back and have a watch, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers, ciao, and bye.